Namaste, thank you for joining me for today's beginner yoga practice. Now today we're going to walk you through one of our classic immersions into yoga and something that we use to heat the body up and warm the body up, and that's our sun salutations. Now we go through sun salutation A and B, and we're going to walk you through the 12 asanas or postures that are associated with that. But the main thing that I want you to get out today is that it is beginners, so don't try and force yourself into something too much. We're going to gather a little bit of rhythm and make the practice a little bit more dynamic as it continues. But at first, take the time to make sure that you really take in how each and every posture or asana is carried out correctly. So don't try and rush it. Don't let anything be idle. Take your time. Let's work through it in quite a just gentle way to begin with, and then we'll let it gather pace. By the end of the practice, your heart rate will be higher, you'll be much warmer, and you'll know exactly what our sun salutations are. So what I want you to do, I'm just going to twist my mat on a slight angle. Now if you have a block, just place that at the front of your mat. It may be that we use that at some point through today, but it's not something that's essential. Make sure that you have a mat somewhere nice and comfy to practice, because we will be laid down on our belly and also placing our knees onto the floor. So if it's just carpet or flooring, it will feel a little bit uncomfy, so try and have something put down, even if it's just a towel. And then what I want you to do is just come to the head of your mat to begin with, and let's get us into mountain pose to make sure that the body's very alert, ready to take part in the sun salutation. So what I want you to do is, first of all, slouch everything down. It's a really good way of getting things right by making you feel what's wrong. So I want you to feel overly slouched, let the shoulders sit. Now how you are right now, that's a little bit of an exaggeration of how you actually spend most of your waking hours. We naturally round our shoulders, have our chin tucked in, bend the spine, have the pelvis tucked down. We're naturally in these quite uncomfortable stress positions every day. Now, yes, we're exaggerating it a little bit now, but what I want you to do is think of how your body feels right now. It feels uncomfy, it feels weak, feels tired. Sun salutations and yoga is all about feeling strong and powered. So what I want you to do is now erect the spine nice and tall, curl the tailbone under, bring the head back so it sits over the heart, and then let the fingertips drop by our side. Now, what I want you to do is just rock your body weight forward, lift up onto your toes, balls of your feet, and then gently rock back over the heels. Do that a couple more times, very slowly. And if you can, maybe even close your eyes for me. I get most of my students to close their eyes in practice because it makes them really body aware. It means that they don't need to focus on things that are around them, and that they can really begin to feel all the small, intricate, little subtle changes in the body. Okay, final time, rock back over the heels. Notice how the tummy feels, that tension, that strength. And now bring our stance and our body weight evenly spread over our toes all the way to our heels. And then what I want you to do is just lift up the toes. And then starting with your little toe, I want you to stretch the foot as much as you can and place the toes down one at a time onto the mat. So let's do that. You can even look at the toes and just spread them over the mat so they separate. Plug the soles of the feet down into the floor. Now when I say plug them in, think of rooting them down, taking root with your mat. Now, as we begin to gently extend the knees, remember, hips drop forward, so I want you to again curl that tailbone under. So take hold of that waistband at the back, let it roll down, so we roll the hips under, pulling the pelvis up. You'll feel a connection, a strength within the tummy, and all we're doing is standing straight. Then let the shoulder blades fall down the spine and open up. Finally, without lifting the chin, retract the head and let the crown of the head elongate the spine. So right now in this moment, you feel that alertness. That's what I want in practice. Okay, let's begin our practice with 3 breaths. So we're going to breathe in, reach up, press the palms together, eyes gaze up, and we breathe out, down from forward salute to stand. Let's do that again. So we breathe in, reach the fingertips nice and high, palms placed together, breathe out, let them fall by our side. Let's do that one more time. Breathe in, reach up, and breathe out, let them fall by our side. Now, breath is so important in our practice. If we fill the body with air, when it begins to compress or fold, we just begin to put pressure on the belly and on the body. What we should do is fill the body with air when it feels open, and then when we want to compress or lengthen the body, so go into our forward folds, we release the air. Think of the air as having that kind of pressure within the body. If we're folding in half, we want that released. So kind of bear that in mind through today's practice. Okay, let's plug back in one more time, and let's now begin our salutation. So we're going to bend the knees ever so slightly. Breathe in, reach up. And then we breathe out, palms open by our side, slight bend of the knees, bring our fingertips down to the mat. Look forward and take a breath in. Now stay here for a minute. I want you to draw the shoulder blades down the spine. Then as you breathe out, I want you to step the right leg back. Now look how far I'm going to work that toe back. Really work it back into our runner's lunge, into a nice long stance. Place the right knee onto the mat and then just look forward. Fingertips can be down onto the mat. We don't need to lift fingers into the air. Now your shoulders, I want you to sink down. Place the palms onto the mat. As we roll over the back toe, I want you to step to our down dog. Slight bend of the knees, hips into the air. So slight bend of the knees to begin with because it helps release the spine. Don't worry too much about pressing the heels down onto the mat, but do let them begin to fall that way. Don't lift up onto toes. Knees down to the mat, shoulders sat over hands. I want you to bend the elbows and float the chest down, chin onto the mat. And then glide the belly through, belly onto the mat and lift into our cobra. Take a breath in here. So in cobra, what we're going to do is we're still going to press our hips down to the mat. We're going to lift the spine tall. Roll over to knees, roll over to toes, lift hips into the air, slight bend of knees again. We're now going to step the right leg forward. Now for many of us, that will be a bit of a struggle. So if we can sweep the leg all the way forward, fantastic. If not, bring it forward, take hold of the ankle, and then just glide it so it sits in between both hands. Up onto the fingertips again, release the toe, and we look forward, breathe in. Think of lifting the crown of the head as tall as we can. Palms down onto the mat, roll over the back toe. Let's step to our down dog again, and then down to knees. Again to our chaturanga. I'm going to put 2 chaturangas in our flow today, because I just want you to really learn the flow of the movement. Roll over knees to toes, down dog. Step forward right to the head of our mat. Breathe in, look forward. And then as we breathe out, we can reach all the way and go to our beautiful, gentle back bend, palms by our side. Okay, let's do that again. Curl the tailbone under. Breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, and then just let go. Slight bend of the knees, fingertips to the ground. Look forward, breathe in. Step the left leg back. Remember, I worked that knee down. Release the shoulders back. Take a breath, look forward. Place the palms onto the mat. Roll over the back toe. Step to our down dog. From down dog, push through your palms. Lift your hips into the air. This time, try to press the heels down into the mat. Shoulders sit over hands. We lower down to the knees. Separating the palms of the hands. I want you to sink the chest down. Notice how my hips are in the air. Chin onto the floor. And then belly onto the mat. Lift up to our cobra. Breathe in. Roll over to knees. Roll over to toes. Lift to our down dog. Now left leg steps forward. Remember again, if it doesn't reach, just take hold of the ankle. Bring it in. Lower down to the right knee. Release. Take a nice breath in. Root the palms down to the mat. Roll over the back toe to our down dog. To knees, shoulders over hands, float the chest down, glide the belly through to that cobra, slight bend of the elbows, roll over toes to down dog, and then again, step to the head of the mat. Breathe in, look forward, breathe out, gentle forward fold. So we're just beginning to release back to the legs. Breathe in, look forward, open palms by our side, breathe out, beautiful back bend, journey to center. Okay, let's keep going. Breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, let go. So when we go through our salutation A, we can repeat this 3, 4, 5 times. It's a really good way of warming the body up, and it's used for that in yoga. Right leg steps back, release the knee. Take a breath, palms of the hands down to the mat. Step to our down dog. But for those who are new to practice, it's a really good way of learning 12 asanas in a nice rhythmic practice. Knees down to the mat, shoulders over hands, hips stay in the air, float the chest down, belly onto the earth, cobra, breath in, return to knees, roll over toes to down dog, right leg steps forward, take hold of the heel, that's fine, take your time, lower to knees, release the shoulders back, breathe in, palms down, roll over the back toes, step to that down dog, push through palms, really try to press the heels down to the mat, lower to knees, sink the shoulders down. Now you can feel that challenge for the arms as well. Belly opens up. This is why yoga practice is so good for stimulating the muscle tissue, toning the body. Push through palms. And then again, step to the head of our mat. Breathe in, look forward. Breathe out, lift the hips. Let's go a little deeper into our forward fold this time. So I still want slight bend in the knees, belly towards the thighs, bow the head. Straighten the spine, open. And again, little back bend, palms by our side. Let's do that again so we can feel that change of heart. We're beginning to breathe in to warm up. Breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, forward fold, slight bend of the knee. Breathe in, look forward, left leg steps back. Final time with this nice traditional salutation, release the toes, squeeze the shoulder blades back, take a breath. Root the palms down to the mat, roll over the back toe to down dog. Hollow the tummy, push through palms this time. So let's begin to lengthen our practice. Lower to knees. Shoulders float down, hips into the air. Glide the belly forward, breath in. Roll over toes. Breath out, down dog. Left leg steps forward again, take hold of the heel. Lower to the knee, release the fingertips, breathe in. Shoulder blades sink down, lift that crown of the head up for me. Root the palms, roll over the back toe. Down dog. Beautifully down to knees, float down and just glide that belly through. Roll over knees, roll over toes. Step to the head of our mat. Breathe in, look forward. Breathe out, bow the head. Breathe in, look forward, arms open by our side. Back bend. Prayer. Okay, have a moment. So that's a variation of our traditional sun salutation. We're now going to add on just one asana today, so one extra posture, which is a lunge. Again, fantastic if you're new to practice. You can already feel the effects of a sun salutation. You should feel warmer. You should feel that the muscles have been challenged, both thighs, belly, shoulders. Now, the great thing about yoga is that we're challenging the muscle to unwind, to lengthen. And sun salutations are something that can be practiced by all beginners right up until our most advanced practitioners throughout their entire life. So what I want you to do this time round, I want you to breathe with me, so we lengthen breath. We're moving in a more rhythmic, dynamic way, but what I want you to do is not rush things. So if you feel that you're just losing yourself a little bit with breath, with my flow, stay there for a minute. Feel the body begin to work out and really ease your body into the deeper postures now. Don't push, don't harm yourself, don't injure anything, but encourage your body to do something a little bit more challenging than it's done before. Okay, let's begin. So we're going to return to the same salutation. We're just going to bring in one asana, that's all. So, toes lift up, separate the toes again, root them down to the mat. Strength through thighs as they straighten. Remember, tailbone curls under, belly lifts. Palms rooted in by our side. We breathe in, we reach up, and we breathe out and we let go. Deep forward fold, head down to the knees. Breathe in, look forward. We're going to step the right leg back. This time as we lower to the knee, we release the fingertips up and back. Now, interlock our first three fingers, reach our index finger up. And what I want you to do is press the pelvis forward, the hips. Reach the fingertips as high as we can. Eyes gaze up, and you'll feel this lengthen all the way, right the way through the hip. I want you to open from the salute, frame the foot. Roll over the back toe and step to that down dog. Very challenging. Lower to knees. Again, float the chest down. You can see the arch of my spine. Glide the belly in. Breathe into our cobra. Roll over to knees. Roll over toes. Down dog. Right leg steps forward. Again, just guide it forward. Lower to the left knee. Breathe in. Reach the fingertips up. Interlock the first three fingers. Lengthen all the way to that salute. So we feel that all the way through the hips. They unwind. They lengthen. Open heart. Frame the foot. Roll over the back toe, step to our down dog. To knees. Lower the shoulders. Chin to the earth. Glide the belly through. Breathe in. Roll over to knees. Breathe out. Down dog. Hips high into the air. Step forward. Breathe in. Look forward. Breathe out. Nice forward fold. Bow the head. Breathe in. Straighten the spine to look forward. Open to our back bend. Palms by our side. Let's do the same again. This time leading with the left side. Breathe in. Reach up. And breathe out, let go. Breathe in, look forward. Left leg steps back, lower down to the left knee. Sweep the fingertips up and back. Interlock those first 3 fingers. Reach to our salute. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Open heart, frame the foot. Roll over our back toe, step to down dog. Lower to knees. Now I know we're beginning to move with a bit of rhythm. Remember, it's not rushed. We're following breath. Having said that, your heart rate will lift. It will challenge you. You will become hotter, which is what we want. Left leg forward. Lower to the knee. Release the toes. Reach. Interlock and lengthen all the way through the hips. Open palms. Frame the foot. Roll over the back toe. Down dog. Knees. Float down. Glide the belly through. Cobra. Lift. Knees. Down dog. Hips into the air. Push through palms. Step forward. Breathe in, look forward. Breathe out, deep forward fold. Breathe in, look forward. Open palms. Back bend. Let's go one more flow. Breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, let it go. Lengthen. Now I want you to really feel the effect of a salutation. Right leg steps back. Release the fingertips. And we lengthen. So the hip isn't sat over the knee. Sink, breathe, open palms, frame the foot, roll over the back toe, step to down dog, lower to knees. So hopefully now you're beginning to feel how the body can move through a salutation. Hopefully as you get warmer, you feel that you're beginning to open up more. You're becoming much more prepared for your practice. Right leg forward, left knee down, breathe in, breathe out, let go, open heart. Frame the foot, roll over the back toe, step to our down dog. Lower to knees, float down chest, glide the belly through. Roll to knees, roll over toes. Let's step us to the head of our mat. Breathe in, look forward, breathe out. Now this time I want you to remain in forward fold and lengthen that spine. So you feel a nice, beautiful unwind. Begin to straighten the backs of the legs. Nice deep breaths. Feel that heat to the thighs, to the hips, to the shoulders. Straighten the spine. Look forward, open arms by our side. Gentle back bend. Hands over heart into prayer. Okay, come to the front of our mat. So that's the take on our sun salutation. And again, it's something that we can practice whether we're absolute beginners towards yoga or you've been practicing for many years. And often it's used as a method to warm the body up for an asana practice that follows. However, this is something that can be practiced all on its own. So if you have 10, 15 minutes in the morning or in the evening, sun salutations are a brilliant way to get oxygen flowing around the body. Remember, oxygen being our healing force, thing that the body needs to live. So it's a fantastic way of challenging the body. But also, unlike much exercise, which is a way that we can stress the body and aggravate the body, yoga, and more dynamic yoga in particular, is a way of strengthening the body by teaching it to lengthen. So when you felt strength through your hips, they were beginning to lengthen. When you felt strength through your chest from our reaches, everything was beginning to lengthen and actually calm. That's one of the fantastic tools of yoga. So thank you for joining me. Hopefully you will join me again when we go through our sun salutation B and some of our other beginner videos. Hope you've enjoyed it. Namaste. Take care.